Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Biggest hiatus of the Bodybuilding and Cheat Meals podcast, but we're back. We're feeling fresh. We've had a lot going on. We got a new face in the house. Look at all them daggone belts in the back.
Yeah,
man. Everybody. Nick Weary, the number 4 eater in the world.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I'm sitting with greatness right now. I got the number 4 and 5 eater in the world. And there's a number 1 eater. There's a number 1 eater in the female class in that house right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all hers. None of these are mine.
Hey, think about that champion pedigree of their their son.
Yeah.
Matt. I mean,
oh my God. Just start water training.
He's a pure racehorse in there, but that's going to be the one thing he's not allowed to do. He's probably going to try to bodybuild and competitive eat, like, behind, instead of going to parties and stuff, he's going to lift and eat.
Hey, James, you know what's crazy is Mickey, she don't water train. She's just a natural, hardworking athlete that puts in the time training on the table and just, good genetics.
People don't believe it, but she's just a freak. She's like the Bo Jackson of what we do. Like, oh, the gym, I'm not gonna go in there. I'm just gonna run 4.240, whatever.
Yeah,
I feel like if I always took the competitive eating seriously, that's how I would do it. Because I can't water train, man. It like makes me sick, man. But I could put down food, like I would just practice on the table. I think that's what I would do. Because that water training, man, it's too much. It's intense.
It's next level, ain't it, James?
Yeah, I can't.
You just got done with a show, just as shredded as you've ever been, and you know what the trenches feel like. But that 1 week that you was prepping for the pumpkin pie contest, it
was like 2 or 3 days. I did. I was like, "Fuck this! I can't do it, man."
Hey, you look.
I did a gallon, man, and I fucking damn near shit myself right after. It's like my body was just rejecting it, to get stuff out, and it was I was wanting to throw up, and I was shit, and it was it was bad. And I was like, man, I can't do this anymore. I don't know how you guys do it.
Yeah, I would say that would be what happened if you put a competitive eater. Most competitive eaters on Halo and Trend. That they would have similar reactions. Like, yeah, no, I can't do this. Yeah, I can't do this stuff.
Yeah, it's man, James, you got to do that pumpkin pie again, man. That was fun.
That was fun.
I think next time you'll get a little nasty with it.
Yeah, I was too clean, man. I was too slow, you just gotta go.
Yeah, it's weird, because you've never eaten like that until.
And it was weird, people watching me like that, because you know how I normally do my cheat meals. It's the middle of the night, no one's around, and I'm just going. But I was like, damn, everybody's judging me and shit. It was weird. It was weird.
Yeah, it definitely. I remember my first one, the World Mutton Championship.
Oh,
that was definitely a messy one, and I learned real quick that hey, you just got to get in there.
Yeah. I think I could do it. I have good capacity. I've done 30,000 in a day before.
Yeah. So West Coast wants me to eat a bunch of hogs. I mean, just stacks of them. They said something like 14 or wanted me to do 10 or 14. Hey, what do you think I'd do to blood sugar?
The big brownies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, 10's a lot, man. They weigh like a pound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go fast, because once that hits, you're gonna be out of commission. Once your body starts sensing it. I tried to do the Matilda cake from the movie. So I did 6 boxes of chocolate cake made to specs and 6 tubs of frosting. And it ended up being 19.2 pounds or something when I made it. So there's no way I was going to eat it all. And I think I made it through 12, 13 pounds. And that's close to the worst I've ever felt. It was just so much. And I don't like frosting anyway. I like cream cheese frosting, but I don't like frosting anyway. It was just so bad. So I would say if you're going to do it, maybe even eat a protein paste, a couple scoops of protein mixed with water ahead of time, kind of beat that blood sugar to the punch a little bit, slow that down, and then sprint for 15 minutes.
I think you could do it partly.
Yeah. I mean,
you'd have to do them warm though.
Yeah.
Because they're very thick. So like the chewing in your jaw would probably.
hey, they send me a 2-pack every month, and I eat them the night I get them.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it. The good thing about the West Coast brownie is you don't hold water after.
No.
You wake up dry as a bone, man.
They got that Dizide icing.
Yeah, it's like you're dry as a bone when you wake up, man.
Dizide buttercream.
Nick, I'm serious, man. I don't know if you ever tried it, dude. Like you get
now I got to try the West Coast just so I could take some pictures and look even drier. And
like seriously, like eat a couple the night before, then go train fasted with like a pre-workout pump formula. Yeah. Oh, dude, there's nothing else like it, man.
Yeah, no, that sounds all. I mean, they look insane.
Be careful though, because you are dry when you after that. Like you legitimately dry out. So don't go like heavy.
Yeah, no, the worst I ever felt was the rebound, other than from a show, obviously, and some diazide mistakes, was after Spam. I ate 9 pounds of Spam in 8 minutes. So that's like 56 grams of sodium.
Holy shit.
I blimped up to basically, I looked like a tomato walking around, had like sausage fingers and like T-Rex arms. But then when all that water left, it was like the pendulum back because I was trying to drink so much water to flush it out.
Do you take diuretics after something like that?
I didn't have any on me. Like I probably should have there. Yeah. The problem was I didn't know how long it was going to take to process. Like I was just stuck with 9 pounds of Spam bricks, and it was just my body was just trying to take in fluid from this way and get rid of fluid from that way, and I was just like praying for the sweet release of death, basically.
I feel like you'd be better off taking diuretic before and get it started. Yeah, and that way you get rid of the sodium. Yeah, maybe even like some like a loop diuretic even after, just to get that, because that can't be healthy having all that on you.
Hey, I'm scared to combine the two. I've been asked, of course, doing the bodybuilding and doing the eating contest, about diuretics, and it's like, no, I won't stay out of it. I know what I'm doing with my water, and I know where I'm at, and I know how much I got to pee out. I don't want to start doing this every 6-hour dosing, to make sure the water's moving. What if I'm a little dehydrated? Because sometimes right before competitions, you're dehydrated because, everything, you want everything out. You want to be able to breathe as good as possible. You want to be sucked down because you're about to take everything in.
Yeah, you got time. And you and I also already add 50 extra variables that a lot of people don't into the contest to time it the last few days. But like, sometimes, usually I don't anymore, but like I used to drink like a bottle of mag citrate, like 24-ish hours out, and that would just that would be rough. But by the time you get to the contest, like I haven't eaten solids in 24 hours, and because typically my carbohydrates are pretty high, I just burn through any glycogen in my system real. So by the time I get to the contest, I'm like flat and peeing constantly.
Yeah, that's when I can eat the most though. Like it's when I'm the hungriest.
Exactly. Like my theory, my abdominal wall's got the most elasticity. There's nothing really holding it in. Like when I've gone into contests like big and full, like when I started and I was still a little more gassed, like at 220, 225 and lean, relatively lean, I felt terrible. Like doing the contest, like very quickly I'd be eating and I would overheat much faster. I couldn't breathe as well. Like I loved how I looked, but I would be 5 minutes in the contest, like, sweet hell, my cardio's so bad. Like, this needs to be over.
Hey, I gained like 10 pounds the last week going into Nathan's because, I was still pushing, for capacity. I was doing more food stuff, and, I love a good cheesy hot pan pizza.
You Papa John's
you're eating a lot of pizza.
Man, listen, I shout out to Papa John's for let me make TikToks for him a couple times for some cheese. Hey, if I'm ready to do one, Papa John's. If you want to cut another epic cheesy promo, I'm your man. But I had to hit the Pizza Hut, man. I grew up in Pizza Hut. I worked at Pizza Hut, man. I just love it. I love the smell, the dough.
Pizza Hut has good pan pizzas.
Yeah, good pan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, in Florida, it's going to be kind of hard going to like a mom and pop to get a real solid pizza anyway. You know, like I was spoiled living in New York and Connecticut and stuff like that, having that.
Oh, yeah, you definitely were.
Yeah. So now the only thing I can't, but it's nice down here because you can't get hash browns up north. They serve home fries, those big old chunky potatoes.
Oh yeah.
They don't know what hash browns are, and I don't want some oily. I mean, I'll eat it, but I don't want some that's what I love about down here is chicken fried steak with sausage gravy and hash browns with a bunch of eggs and pancakes. Oh, it's good stuff.
Dude, James, I know you got the raccoon munchies here lately. So tell me what has been the epic post show stuff, huh? Staying shredded?
Yeah, I'm staying good, man. Like I did the day of the show while I was loading and all that. I had a bunch of shit, and then after the show, I had the Benny's pizza, which is the best favorite fucking pizza. Hey, Nick, have you done the Benny's challenge?
I haven't. No. Is that they allow
me and Bartley done it. Me and Bartley are like one of the only people have done it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's 3 people that's done it. I think it's me, James, and Jeff Esper.
Yeah, there might. That was the one I watched Jeff do it. I think he set the record there.
Oh yeah, it's like what was it, James? Like
sub 10 minutes? Yeah, sub 10. I was like 20 something.
Yeah, I watched it. It was one of the most insane things I've ever seen.
Yeah, like the last slice and the last piece of crust took me a bit.
Oh, dude, listen, you did it easier than me because I was at there at the Linda Murray backstage, just hammering cookies and fruit.
I know.
And I was eating everything and drank a bunch of water. Of course, my capacity was down, but I went right off stage. I was like, well, I just got my ass whooped. Let me go down here and win something. You know what I'm saying? That's like the ultimate consolation is like, all right, I got my ass whooped, but I can still eat, baby.
So I had about a half of one of those pizzas, a Ben and Jerry's. I went to Insomnia Cookies, got a 3-scoop cookie sandwich, was really good.
Those are good. Those are like 1,000 calories.
Yeah, then a brownie, same thing but with brownies, and then like some Reese's sticks and M&Ms, and then the next day I hit it pretty hard at IHOP, but not crazy, like French toast, pancakes, steak and eggs type deal, and then Chick-fil-A afterwards.
Yeah.
Then I haven't had like a cheat meal or anything. I just increased my food.
back on the fruit.
Yeah, fruit with every meal, and so I went down from 6 meals to 5 meals, and I feel so much better 5 meals. But I'm spacing them out like 3 to 4 hours instead of like 2.5. But I made them bigger, so like all my proteins like 250 grams cooked, and then rice between 300 and 400 grams, and then I'll have like 200 to 300 grams of fruit a meal.
That's pretty solid.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty like big meal. And 2 of the meals are like beef or bison, and then 2 are chicken. And then before bed, I have like my Greek yogurt meal that I make with Greek yogurt, protein, berries, and almond butter.
Yeah, baby, shoot. Hey.
But like I feel like I'm staying a lot tighter and hungrier with the less meals.
Yeah.
I think we bodybuilders overdid the meal frequency for digestion, because it just, unless you're like in prep at the end and you're just burning through everything and food solo, that food's got to sit. It ain't going through in 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you're eating, a bunch of veggie fillers, that are taking up a lot of space and aren't exactly digesting as well. People are pounding broccoli and then they're farting and then they're drinking more protein and they're like, dang on it.
Yeah, I don't even have any veggies in. I'm just doing fruit. I feel like the fruit helps me digest the meals better.
James, tell me this. How many carbs do you think are in a medium-sized, no, let's say large mango? What do y'all think? Nick, you handle a lot of avocados. It's similar.
Probably like 60, I would say.
For a mango, I'd probably say in the whole mango, like a whole large mango, I'd probably say like 30.
See, here's the tricky part, James. I don't know if you've had a mango in a while, But
I don't have mango in my diet usually. No.
So I just one fell down in the backyard today, and I
Oh,
picked
you
it
got
up.
a mango?
Dude, it's my neighbor's, but a good portion hangs over. Like, I don't want all of them. I don't want 15 in the yard, because then I give them clients or
mango's good as shit for you though, man. Like I'd be taking advantage of that.
Dude. Yeah, I posted one on my story earlier, and it
The
was
seed
so freaking
the
juicy.
seed's big though, so it takes up a lot of
it was like that earlier today.
Yeah.
Like, you're not, and that's why I'm somewhere probably around 30, 35 too, just because that pit is so big. Like, I don't know, but super sweet though. It makes you think that,
apples, they're not too bad.
Yeah, I weigh out all my fruit though, so like I don't know like size of like the fruit. You know what I mean? Like I go by like grams of the mango.
Thank God.
Without the seed, obviously.
When I would have clients like, I just ate a big apple or I ate a small banana. I'm like, just food scale. What's the matter with you? To the gram.
Yeah, because apples could vary so much, because there's like very small apples and there's really big apples.
Yeah, like with everything.
And then like the banana, there's quite a difference between 100 grams and 200 grams, and that could be one banana.
Yeah, or
like 25, 30 carbs.
Yeah, like avocados, the pit could be like that big, or like that little baby awesome pit when you cut into those.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that's why you got to weigh everything out.
Yeah.
All right.
Apples I usually don't weigh out, because I always get like the same kind, so I kind of like know what they are.
True that.
Yeah, so I don't like stress that too bad. But you got to watch the clients, because like you'll get like the female client that's like, oh yeah, I had one apple. It's like the biggest apple in the store.
Hey, the results are in.
All right.
One mango, 31 and a half carbs.
Oh wow.
Okay. Hey, Nick wins. He said 30.
Cool.
Let's see what we got here. Hey, 28 grams of sugar, baby. Hey, good.
So barley, dude, I did my whole prep, and my only carb was fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't do a single like gram of rice or anything.
So what do you look?
What I'm saying is people say like, oh, you can't burn fat because of fructose or whatever. It's complete bullshit.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Complete bullshit. And I'd say full, so it wasn't like my muscles weren't getting glycogen. Like, your body's extremely smart at surviving, so it's gonna take that and store where it needs to.
I've also never seen somebody be like, oh man, the strawberries are really fucking packing it on me. Or, I had too many blueberries. I got like 40 pounds overweight. Like,
nobody's ever got fat eating fruit.
No.
Like they'll eat like one piece of fruit, but then they'll have like McDonald's and Pizza Hut. Like, oh, the fruit got me fat.
Or they'll have some cheese with it. Get the little charcuterie cheese. They might eat.
Chocolate covered strawberries.
Yeah. They'll eat one grape, and then they make them a little sandwich with the.
Little, I mean, I did like a lot of fruit the whole way up the entire like last 10 weeks, man. Dude, except for like my refeeds, I would refeed with like, I only refeed it with junk. I didn't do a single clean refeed.
One of my carb was always baby fruit. Like baby fruit I would use because it digested so easy. And when load. So I would get, at the end of a prep, you get like some baby mango jars. That is like the greatest shit in history.
Dude, the bananas are good too, man. I really like the bananas.
Yeah, I've got the record for that.
A legit post-workout food, like a good one, man. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, think about some of the foods we use as bodybuilders that are baby food. Cream of rice is a baby food.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, fucking shit like that, man. Easy digested stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, part of the show we always do, Nick, we go around the table, say what we're weighing, saying how the last week of training's been, what's going on, and then we'll try to hop on here, every week or so and get a little update that way. Hey, listen, we're just boys in here talking the jive, and maybe somebody can benefit from it,
Yeah. Kill some time on cardio at the very least.
Yeah. So, Nick, where you at, brother? Where you at? You looking shredded over here, Dale.
Hey, man.
Cats. Look at that.
Whoa.
Hey, look at the side delts. bro.
those don't go anywhere.
I need
Those
that.
don't go anywhere. They just stay there. But like I would say I'm about 190 right now, waking up. With no real intent on like I was down to probably about 185 for Nathan's, which is as low as I've been in I don't even know how long. But just to help with capacity, I felt a little better. But I'm about 190. Training's been going pretty good. If anything, the last couple of days of training, I had a leg day, then I had a push day. My body's talking to me right now. I might have got a case of the dumbs the last time I was training because I pushed it pretty hard and like I feel like everything kind of hurts right now. Like when your shoulder, like right on the acromion, just hurts when you move. Just because like you just feel like the Tin Man.
Hey, you're so freaking dry, man. I bet it does.
That probably doesn't help, but yeah, it's been going good on that. And competitive eating training is going good because I got this weekend I got ribs in Minnesota, so I'll be going to Mystic Lake, Minnesota, or Prior Lake, Minnesota, at the Mystic Lake Casino. Be Jeff Esper, the missus, Miki Sudo, myself, I think Gideon, looking to take that title at the Rib Fest going on up there. So that should be fun.
Ribs should be fun.
Yeah,
Dude, I love ribs, man.
You don't feel.
I used to go to Ryan's Buffet and just go to town on them suckers.
I haven't had ribs in a minute, man, but I do love them.
Yeah, that's a fun contest.
I might go get some weekend.
Yeah, they're not like overly saucy. You don't get like the super sweet taste. They're kind of just like smoky and grilled, like super tender. So I'm excited. Plus, it's kind of anybody's game, and I like contests like that or wings. When as an eater, you can't clearly see like, okay, that guy ate 47, I ate 44, he ate like whatever 40. With ribs, they got to weigh them off stage, and I don't look at it. So as everybody's hearing where everybody lands, like I don't want to know. I want to be just
5 pounds.
It's displacement, yeah. Cause so they do displacement. So like that's a lot of fun. Like the last 2 years when she won, Buffalo Wing Fest, like I think I lose it more than anybody in the crowd when she fucking wins Wing Fest.
Yeah. Hey, I love that, man. When you won the chicken wing championship and I got third. Man, that was the first one that I've done that was weighed like that. It was like, James, think about just going as hard as you can on chicken wings and you don't have to clear them. You just take good bites only, dude.
Oh, because you're like they give you 20 pounds and then they weigh the leftovers to figure out how much.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, dude, it was so good, man.
That'd be so much better, man. Because you don't have to worry about like being meticulous.
Yeah, too many technicalities. You know what I'm saying?
You just get like a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just go.
Hey, I was ripping it with my hands more than I was biting it. Honestly.
That's a good
idea. I was just
it's fun.
Were they legs and wings or
yeah flat drums both.
But what made them tough is they were smoked. They were great. I loved them. They were delicious. But smoked versus a saucy wing is a little harder to get down. You know what I'm saying?
Totally. That's why Buffalo, the numbers
was
a little higher in Buffalo. Plus Buffalo's 12 minutes. So like by the time you're at the end of those 12 minutes, is it spicy? And they're medium buffalo wings. So they're not, you taste it after 12 minutes, eat 200 of them. But like it's the vinegar after eating like 200, 250 wings that really starts to get to you after all that time is the sodium and vinegar starts to wear you out a little bit.
My first eating contest I ever won was wings.
That's awesome.
It was a speed one, like who can eat they're like ghost pepper, and it was like who could eat the 12 the fastest.
Yeah.
Dude, I won a fucking free wing party for my work, like $500 worth of like catering and shit. I got like free wings every week for a year. It was awesome. It was sweet, dude. Yeah, that was my first one I ever won.
Hey James, that
was over 20 years ago. Fucking old.
Dang, 2 decades in it.
No shit, 15 years. About 17 years ago, yeah. I was about 20. I had to sneak into the bar and I won 21. I used my fake ID. That's why I know that.
Hey, snuck in there and won some free chicken wings, dog.
Yeah. Bro, I went to work, dude. Everybody loved me, man. Because when I scheduled the party, that was a good tip.
Yeah. Nick, the place, the half-baked potato in St. Pete, they've got it. I don't know if you know this, but if you or Mickey like hot stuff, they got $1,000 mac and cheese challenge.
Whoa.
$1,000.
I'm not big into hot stuff, but I'm big into money. So that might be.
Well, I'll tell you this. You know, he tried to give me a little sample. You know, and he's like, "You like habaneros?" I was like, "I mean, they're hot. I think they got good flavor. You just got to be careful with them." You know, he pulled out a big thing of dried ones, and he was like, "All right, there's 6 bowls of mac and cheese you got to eat. That's it. 6 bowls, just small
I
bowls."
love.
He showed me the bag that it was in. That was the
Yeah.
noodles, and then he just does different heat to each one of them. You start out with that habanero and you keep going up, and I reckon he's got some stuff that nobody wants a part of.
If it's 1,000, no one, it probably can't be done.
Probably a night. I'm probably gonna try her to do it because she did a burger in Utah that was covered in ghost peppers and habaneros. They like
ghost peppers is nuts, man.
They put them on a 7-pound burger, and she had to beat the 12-minute record. So you can't even be careful with it, like throwing it in your mouth. So the whole time she's eating it, and like, I want no part of it. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Once I saw how bad she was, like, she's basically crying at the table, and I'm just talking to her, I'm like, 10 minutes is 10 minutes. Let's go. You're gonna win $1,000. Let's do this. Like, meanwhile, in my head, I'm like, there's no fucking way I can do this. Like, not a chance. And she beat it. She did it in like, I think 10 minutes and 6 seconds or something. Like, it looked like, I think, the hottest thing she had ever eaten to that point, or possibly ever. It was an absolute nightmare. Like, no way. No way.
It gets you for like 2 more days too. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It really, like, your digestive system does not like that.
Yeah.
Was she okay though? No ulcers or anything?
No, she was. I don't know. We got $1,000, but I got $1,000 left. No, I'm just kidding. She was good. Yeah, she wasn't, thrilled or pleasant to be around for the next few hours. But yeah, then we did the Willie Pete's chocolate challenge, which is like a 1-pound chocolate bar infused with California Reapers, and they put them in the caramel, so you got to chew those bad boys, and it's like hard chocolate. And I got the record for that, but all night I paid the price. It was like Montezuma's revenge, bro. It was so bad.
Hey, when I did that Mucho Macho Burrito challenge in Columbus, it was right after the Arnold Amateur. Once again, I got beat, got punked, and then wanted to go win something. I went to this burrito place, and dude, I'm telling you, it's the most pain I've ever had from anything I've ever eaten. And it's because I had to drink the sauce on the whole plate, and it was ghost and habanero mix. And like, I got a video panning over it to look at the oil separation. It was just like, it just looked like battery acid was poured out. I had to drink it, man, and my stomach was just growing by the second, dude. I was like, man, it might pop
from inflammation.
Yeah,
from a stress response,
dude. So ever since that, man, I've rethought all these different spicy challenges that I've come across. I was like, man, I just remember being on all fours, just belly hanging, just like,
why did I do this?
Yeah.
I do that. T-shirt, baby, for the T-shirt. Hey, shout out to the Bodybuilding and Cheat Meals T-shirts. I got them ready. Hey, I'll get y'all boys both out one, and they feel good. They feel like that last one, James.
Cool. I wore mine the other day. I was wearing it during cardio. Oh, I got it right here. Fuck. Kind of. This one's old, but I put a lot of on.
Oh yeah.
That one.
Hey, you got it right there, baby.
That's the OG.
Still fit.
Oh yeah, it's 3X.
Hey, I'm trying to get I need somebody to make me a logo for Glizzy Gains. I think that would be a marketable shirt.
Probably. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, listen, I've been training so daggone hard, boys. Man, I've been so hungry. Me and Lunsford been hitting it with Lunsford for the past 2 weeks.
You're training with him. You got to eat a lot.
Dude, I'm telling you. And, so I'm supposed to do this photo shoot in like a couple weeks. So I've really had to like discipline myself to like, it's so hard. Nick knows when your stomach is stretched so hard for something that you've been training for, dude, you're just insatiable. Like there's no stopping you. I mean, you're so hungry that, you know.
It's almost worse if you eat. It's kind of like prep. You know, like you eat your meal, and if it's the last meal of the day or whatever,
You're hungry after you eat.
yeah, you're like, okay, I got 2 hours and 57 minutes till I gotta
Yeah.
eat again. You're like, and you're literally counting the minutes. That's kind of what it's like for us, just normal day-to-day life. When if it's like, if I'm gonna have whatever, one of my meals was kind of gross today, but I was in a hurry, so it was like tuna, oatmeal, Greek yogurt.
I saw you post that. That was disgusting.
But like I ate that, and I'm like, then I'm like even more hungry, even though that was like deadly toxic waste. I was so hungry. I'm like, oh, the peanut butter in there was good, man. It totally covered up.
It looks so bad. That's like something I would do when I was a 20-year-old bodybuilder trying to just like scrape by.
Oh man.
Yeah, just add a little tuna there to your nighttime pudding there, James.
Yeah, there you go. That's the secret.
I can't eat tuna anymore, man. I ate so much of it in my early 20s when I was broke. I had the cheap tuna when it was like the 39-cent can shit.
Yeah.
You remember that shit? Like the fucking gray, it looked like gray out of the can.
Oh, yeah.
Not that white albacore, like good shit. Like
no, it said it was about the color of mercury, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was straight. I probably had straight mercury poisoning.
They've served it right next to the fancy feast. It's the same stuff in there.
Dude, it fucking worked though, man. It fucking works. So any of you young guys out here, man, tuna and fucking ramen noodles works. I was doing that shit before Cali Muscle.
100%, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I remember hearing the Ultimate Warrior say he would just eat tuna and orange juice in the blender. And I'm like, okay, tuna orange juice.
Yeah, I remember that too.
And like, so I did that, or I would just try to do Ronnie's diet or whatever. Or my first contest prep was based off of Dave Pulcinella's The 6 Foods That Work.
Oh yeah, I remember that too.
I was in okay condition, but it was like as basic and as redundant and boring as it is, it's really hard to find. It becomes really hard.
That's why I think that you're better off making your contest prep as basic as possible.
Yeah.
Less variables, man.
Yeah.
And then you get rid of your cravings. Like you're just like, okay, so I'm eating. The people that try to do like it fits your macros and get cute with it, they mess it up every time.
For the most part, man. It's like if you need to substitute rice cakes for rice or like rice checks or something, cool. If you have to do it because you're in a pinch and that's what's in the house. But first of all, you're in a pinch, like you should take care of that ahead of time. But if you are, you know, that's fine. When you start throwing 1,000,001 variables at something, it's like you're already, or I know me, by the time I'm 8 weeks out, I'm already really crippled with anxiety. I don't need to throw other stuff in there that's going to make it even worse and more stuff to think about.
Yeah, and I don't want like shit to taste good because then I start craving more stuff. You know what I mean? Like I kind of want it just good enough to get it down and satiate me, but I don't want it tasting too good. And then I'm like, but like this prep when I did the fruit, I had zero cravings, man, because like the fruit satisfied all my cravings.
That does help. I've noticed that if you have a few pieces of fruit, you know.
Yeah, it was just, and I just felt good because I was getting all the nutrients from the fruit, and like my body was liking me, and it was the easiest prep I've ever done, to be honest with you.
Awesome.
I think apples are pretty satiating. I think.
Yeah, I had like 2 apples a day at least.
Little Honeycrisp action.
Honeycrisp out of the fridge.
Yeah, baby. Can't beat
the little one. The little ones.
Yeah,
I don't like the big Honeycrisp. I like the little ones.
Yeah.
No, the big ones will be mealy and stuff sometimes.
Yeah. The little ones are crispy.
Yeah, I'll like throw that thing out if it doesn't crunch or give it to one of the kids. I'm like, I'm not eating that.
I hate those mushy apples, dude. I don't
know.
Get out. I'd rather have a genetically modified one than mushy natural ones.
Yeah, totally, man. Just like the chicken, when people are like no hormones added. I'm like, if I pay extra, could I have hormones added to the chicken? Like if I give you a little bit extra money, be perfect.
I haven't found any difference. I found difference with beef and like red meats.
Yeah,
and better ones. Chicken, there's no difference, man. They're all sitting together, fucking eating little shit, and they're not cooped up. You know what I mean? Like there's no happy chickens running around for years. They're alive for like a couple months, and then they butcher them. But cows, they go a couple years. So there's like difference in the maturity.
Yeah, fattier stuff, it makes a difference. Like if you were going to do salmon or you're going to do beef, or like if I get
wild caught salmon, exactly.
Yeah, I'll eat some cheap eggs here and there, but like for the kids or for her, I'll get them like pasture raised eggs or whatever. Because like chickens got shitty digestive systems and they're made to eat rocks. They're supposed to be eating rocks and shit. And people go like, it's cage free. cage free doesn't mean they go outside. Cage free means they have a door and they're allowed to go outside.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not in a fucking cage. And chances are their legs are broken from being fat as shit. So they're not able to go outside.
Free
They're just
range.
looking at it longingly like, oh, I wish I wasn't fat and I could get out there. Just watch it.
And they're not alive long. So it's not like a cow that's like 2 years on like a bunch of shit. It's like a couple months. You know what I mean? So it's like
just a quick cycle. You're good to go.
Yeah.
Quick blast.
Yeah.
Hey, while we're on the topic, y'all are gonna think it's crazy, but I've been researching chicken breeds. I want an egg bird. I'm thinking about getting 2 egg birds.
There you go.
That's an idea. One of my buddies out here just did it. He gets great eggs, man. He gets like a couple dozen a week.
Well, see, I don't need that many. I don't eat that many. I like to have,
Yeah, but you can give them to your friends at the gym and shit.
Yeah, get to me.
Yeah. And they'll be good. They'll be nice and brown and different colors and shit, like natural.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was on Tractor Supply Company. They got a breed listing on there, and it tells you what chicken or what hen produces what type of egg. Dang, my thing keeps going out. Let's see.
I want one of those blue ones. Have you seen those? I forgot what the company is, but they have the blue eggs.
Those are the only eggs I buy.
Really?
I don't know why with eggs. I'm like, I have to buy the most expensive one. And it's those ones. And for whatever reason, they taste really good. Like in the yolk's like really orange.
Yeah. When I get their other brand, I don't get the blue ones because usually
you get the black, like the they're good too.
Those are just super legit, and they're almost like more irony, and just minerally tasting, like, and definitely orange.
You can see in the yolk. So if it's like real amber orangish, that's good. If it's yellow, it's shit.
They break super easy too sometimes. Like I'll go, I'm like, I just want my 2 over easy eggs, and she'll hear me from the other room and be like, mother.
Yeah, and with the good ones, you get twins a lot too. You get like 2 yolks, 1.
Yeah, that's.
Hey, if I got some,
freaks me out every time. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that is a little weird.
Yeah,
but if I've got a few extra eggs laying around, hey, might have to do some more homemade food challenges like Nick. I like that. I think Lunsford told me, he's like, hey, dude, you need to record at least one food challenge a week. You know what I mean? And I'm like, makes sense, Hey, this is what I've been battling with, guys. Tell me what you think. Let's hear your thoughts. So, I'm blessed to be able to train with 2 of the best in my sports, respectively. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm eating with Nick and Mickey, and I'm getting to train with future, this year, Mr. O.
Yeah.
Derek Lunsford. And I mean, I'm going hard in both. It's like, well, I mean, I like to do both. Should I go full speed in both? I mean, I've done it so far. Or would it benefit me to take one of the 2?
Hybrid. You're a hybrid, man.
Just Bo Jackson.
Both at the same time, man. Bo Jackson.
I think you could probably be like a hair better at one or the other if you just single discipline towards it. I think you'd be happy. Yeah, and that's would lies. You'd be like, I miss that, or I miss that, or you'd want to go. Yeah. Where like you may be X% worse, which sounds really shitty. Yeah. But if you're an X% worse, I think you're going to be way better off. Noel will probably also be much happier too if you're happy, not in a bad mood all the time. But
well, put it this way. You're like you're better eater than you are a bodybuilder right now.
Yeah.
But to get to where you want to be as a bodybuilder, you're going to need more food.
Yeah.
If you go open, right? Yeah. So it will help.
Hey, Derek just announced it today on his YouTube channel. He said, Bartlett Weaver going to open.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't know. So
I was like, come on, dog.
So the more food and the calories will help you become a better bodybuilder.
Oh, and yeah. I can train. I could train more in the off season. Yeah, hey, you're thinking about some good meals, man.
Yeah, yeah. You just got to structure your diet right.
Yeah,
like you can't be pounding a whole shitload of clean food and that too. But
I think like if you especially if you lessen the meal frequency, so you can make each individual meal bigger. It may not be optimal for bodybuilding, but even if you had 3 meals a day, would have 200 grams of protein. like whatever.
You know what Derek, I watched his YouTube with Flex Lewis today. And he said in the off season, what he likes to do to keep his waist tight is go down to 3 meals.
Yeah.
He has been.
But bigger meals. Meals, but 3 meals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that's something you could do. There'd just be bigger meals. Like you don't have to do I gotta eat every 2 hours. Because when you eat bigger meals, you're good going 4 or 5 hours. And as long as you have a good pre-workout with maybe some intra-carbs, like your training is gonna fuel your glycogen loaded. You're not gonna have a bunch of food in your gut training.
Oh yeah.
And
Here's what I've been doing so far is I've just been, eating light, clean meals as needed, something for breakfast and then something before training. And then, a good post-workout meal. And then I'll wait until the end of the night. So I'm probably having 3 meals in before my big bedtime meal. That's about 5 meals.
Yeah. So you're loaded for the next day off that. You just gotta your blood sugar. Yeah.
So,
especially like you may find if you want to keep stretching is like your first couple meals, if you're going to stretch after those, make them easy to digest, all just easy to digest stuff. And that might be like Greek yogurt, it might be whey isolate, it might be whatever, but it's going to clear way faster. And if you front loaded elk or beef or something like that, that's going to sit. I track a little bit more. You're not going to take that bag, stretch it out as much.
It's funny you said elk. I started eating elk this week.
Really?
First time in my life. Yeah. I love it, man. It digests good as shit, man.
Yeah.
It cooks really fast too. It cooks in like 2 minutes. You're done.
Hey, it's like, you put in a little cast iron or what?
I just put it in a little pan, and I cook my like 12 ounces raw, and then it takes like 3 minutes, man. It's done.
Hey, you need to get a cast iron. If you don't, that's that OG way of cooking it.
Yeah, I know. My cutlery and pottery isn't up to snuff. I need to upgrade.
Hey,
I'm still eating out of plastic bowls, man. Tupperware I bought 5 years ago, and I refused to buy new ones.
Yeah, still microwaving it.
I don't use the microwave. I just use air fryer.
Oh yeah, you've been on that air fryer.
You know what happened during COVID? My microwave broke, and no one would come repair it because it was like right when COVID started. So I didn't use it for like 3 months, and I was like, "Fuck it, I don't need it." And I've been fucking fixed it since.
Dude, I've got the biggest microwave. You can put a full. I think I put not an XL. You can put a large pizza box in there inside of it. Big. Yeah. That's huge. Yeah, it's a wide body, son. And, wow. And I've got a small kitchen, and I was like, man, I need to sell this, get another one, man. This is way too big. Until I found out that you could do that. One night I had a little DoorDash come, large pan cheese, and it wasn't quite up to speed on the temperature, you know what I'm saying? And had to zap it real quick. And I was just like, I'll put the whole daggone thing in there. And it fit, man. You just had to take the little thing out so it's not spinning to death,
Yeah.
But not bad. James, what's the weight? How's training been? We'll hit you and then hit me. And
254 this morning. I'm feeling really good because I'm really good at like mid 250s to 260. Like I'm still lean, but I don't feel like I'm dying. And I'm not hungry. My mood's good, sleep's good, all that stuff. So that's what I like to do post shows. I like to get up to like as fast as possible to like 255 for me, 260. So that's kind of what I did. Training's going amazing. I finally get a pump again. So it was like for like the last like week and a half, I had 0 pump. And then so now I'm starting to I'm kind of focused on strength right now. And then so I did some pump workouts just to get like full. But then like yesterday I started like getting my base movements programmed in that I want to kind of increase on just to get strong. I got kind of weak this prep, in my opinion. So I want to get like some movements up. So I'm doing back to the 2 days. So like in the morning, I'm doing like a strength session. So like mostly like reps are like 4 to 6. And just like I do like one exercise. So like this morning I just did incline barbell. I did like 8 sets of 4 to 6. And then not to like failure, like probably till I got like one like RP like 8.5, 9. And then I'm gonna slowly ramp up. And then this afternoon I did a full pump sesh chest, like FST 7 style in the afternoon. And then cardio is back down to like 30 minutes. But I'm doing like hard cardio because I want to get because I already know my HDL and LDL is fucked. So I want to get my cardio back up as quick as possible to help that.
Yeah.
And during this health phase or whatever you want to call it, post show. And then I want, because when you're doing at the end of prep, you're doing slow cardio, it's working, but it's saving your legs, you're burning fat, which is good. That's what you have to do. But your cardio goes down. It's actually not working your heart. It's just expending calories. So I want to get my cardio back up. So I'm doing 30 minutes HIIT in the morning post my strength session. So my goal is doing a shitload of training right now and I'm eating a shitload of food, and I'm just gonna see what happens. Because this is when I gain the most size out of the whole year. So I'm just gonna ramp up food, ramp up training, ramp up cardio.
So you're going 300.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, do it with me, baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So the long-term goal, I'm never doing classic again, dude. Yeah. Fuck that.
You got to come down too hard.
Bro, I come down too hard. I mean, you saw when I was sending you the pictures of me trying to load. My body wouldn't even load, man. I had to go down so far. I took down, I counted it up 1,500 carbs, 600 grams of fat in my load. And I only gained 2 pounds, and I was drinking water. Yeah. I'd get up and then it would just drop right back down. I'd eat it, but it wasn't sticking. And I lost my shoulders, my chest, my arms, my back. My back shots look like shit. I didn't even post them those. They're so fucking bad. I couldn't eat, my back's pretty good a week out.
Yeah, you got a good back.
And a decent back. I'm not saying I got Ronnie Coleman back, but my back's not a weak point of mine. But I couldn't even feel my lats when I flexed. They were so deflated. You know what I mean? That feeling. Yeah. And it was it wasn't popping on stage, and my back looked like shit. It looked like I don't even hit back. I'm like, fuck. And it's the last 10 pounds, man, to make weight. It's all the glycogen and water out of my muscle cells. And I actually look leaner, heavier, because I'm pushing against the skin. Through the glutes, I look leaner, 250 versus 237, which was what I was on stage. Because you get that saggy skin because it's not pushing against, because you're so fucking done. So I'm going on a ship next year, and I'm going on deployment. So 2024, 2025, I'm going to ship. I can't prep, so I'm going to be but I can get.
You gonna be on that pecan pie and
my job on the carrier, I'm in charge of gyms and morale type shit. And I'm in charge of food.
Oh man.
And I'm in charge of living quarters conditions, staterooms. So I'm already getting the gyms decked out before I even get there. I'm making moves in that part. Yeah. And then whatever food I want, man. And what's great is it's $12 a day.
Wow.
And I'm talking steak, lobster, chicken, whatever I want, man. Chicken wings, pie, cookies, cereal, whatever. And I've done it before on deployment. That's a great time to get big, man. I always make great progress because that's literally, it's prison. You got you live on there and you work there, and there's nothing else you could do. You don't got to go run and do an errand. Yeah. You don't got a girl asking you to do something
swole, dog.
At the house. You eat, sleep, work, and train.
Yeah.
And so I'm just going to use those next 2 years and then compete in 2026. Okay. Let it stick. Get how I want to look, and then I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush to balloon my weight up. I have 3 years.
Yeah.
And I'm at Masters Nationals 2026. I'm the fucking finally winning Pittsburgh, man.
I got more second place. You can't keep him down.
I got more second places.
That's why I love him.
I got more second places than anybody, man. I got more than you now, Barley.
Yeah. I had a few there in a row, man.
Yeah,
you going?
The guy that beat me though, he was good. I beat him in some shots for sure.
Yeah,
and then it was a split decision.
Yeah,
it was a split decision. Half the guys had him, half the guys had me. I was in the middle for a bit. He was in the middle.
Yeah,
I thought that was the one. That I was like, "Fuck."
Hey, it just wasn't coming yet.
They say bring your waist in. I brought my fucking waist in 2 inches, man. That was the smallest my waist has ever been.
Yeah.
I felt like I was in high school again.
It was tight. It was tight, dude. You was doing all gymnastics and shit.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. I think like if you want to start getting on that, do one movement, like a
I'm too
full
scared.
ab.
No, I'm too scared because Nick will tell you we don't need to be doing too much ab stuff. I don't know. He might. I
Do it,
don't want to tighten my core and build my abs. As far as eating goes, I feel like it holds me
But
back.
this isn't the movements I was doing weren't really like ab specific, like rectus abdominals.
Mm.
It was full core, so like a lot of like TVA, deep core muscles to bring it in.
Yeah, but
it depends because stuff's got to expand and move in there. Like it's weird we talk about it, but like you think about it, if I ate 17 pounds of poutine, your organs kind of got to move out of the way and like just kind of shift over here, like shit. So like it needs to be elastic.
Hey man, you guys know more about than me.
No, it's because I think vacuums can be useful if done correctly, to promote just mobility and elasticity. But I think if somebody was going to do a vacuum into like almost like an ab and thigh shot, I think that wouldn't be any good because obviously you're going to tighten that up a little bit.
Yeah,
but
stuff I was doing was definitely tightening it up.
Yeah.
Hey, I was doing bent over rows with Derek today, and he's just hammering plates, dog. And you know me. You know I haven't been doing deadlifts or barbell rows with that lower back, little L5 SI. You know, I had to.
What was he rowing?
Had a blowout a couple years ago, but I was like, hey, listen.
What was he rowing?
A Buick.
Three or four each side.
Yeah, I go up to like 4. That's about my.
Yeah, and dude, his back was eating his stringer. Like he had a stringer in between his shoulder blades, and it would cover it up. You didn't even know he had a shirt on.
His lats are fucking so fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm doing barbell rows every Monday, man. I love them. If done correctly.
Yeah. That's the big caveat. Yeah.
Well,
you can't hump the bar. You gotta stay over it.
I think I've got to keep my chest up a little bit more probably than what I would want to do just to protect the lower spine from rounding.
That's fun to get chest lift though.
Well, today, I was
think about if you're hitting a rear lat spread, you're gonna lift your chest. You're hitting rear double, you're gonna lift your chest. You gotta train that.
Yeah, but I think I was protracting too much in the past where I would lose, I would in the past, maybe I'm going over a little bit too much, trying to get that protraction, but I just need to keep it up the whole time.
Like that's how Dorian did them.
And get the elbows up as high as possible.
Yeah, like a Dorian row.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you can train the length and range of motion somewhere else. Like people go too far into like, oh, you got to train full range of motion. Well, full range of motion for what? Because a bicep, that means starting over there and finishing up here. You're never going to train it in full range in one movement. Like you'll get that somewhere else.
Yeah, I particularly because I have a good lower back, like healthy. I do like staying bent over and getting a little length in there.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna like get length in like I would on a chest supported row. I just want to support that load bent over. Yeah. I'm not trying to like get like way like I would around a pad on like a chest support row. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not worth it.
No, not anymore. At one point in time, it was, but
you got chest supported rows for that shit. Use that. You don't use a hammer for everything, right? You got a whole toolbox in the gym.
Yeah. Hey, we did some hardcore T-bar rows today too. I was just dang, yeah. I had to. I put more of a. Prime's got one of those little things that attaches around a bar and you can clip on stuff. And I kind of had two handles, just regular handles that I was just pulling up with.
That's one I like the best, man.
Hey, because when I'm in here like this, it's just bicep pump. I can't do nothing.
I never felt shit doing those, man.
Yeah, me either. But I did them forever. Yeah,
I know. Ronnie did them.
They look cool, you know what I'm saying?
Ronnie did them. That's why because you get your chest all pumped and your biceps pumped like that. Yeah. Shit, I got to get pumped right now. Look at that.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. What'd you eat today?
Shit, I put down probably 1,000 grams. Oh shit, 1,200 grams of rice, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah,
1,000 grams worth of protein, not like dry, like cooked weight protein.
Wait.
Yeah, and then like 1,000 grams of fruit. Those are like ballparks. Yeah,
He's
right around there.
12, 13 pounds of food today.
No, I said 1,000 grams of protein. I meant like cooked weight. So like
Yeah.
1,000 grams of like cooked protein. So like 75 a meal. So like 300.
Still, I would guess you're still going to be pushing 8-ish pounds of food a day just because of the rice and the protein weights. If you're doing 9 ounces, roughly 9 ounces 5 times, like shit, that's almost 3 pounds of just protein.
Yeah.
And that's what I think why a lot of the strong men who have tried with Brian Shaw and shit, they've done like food challenges, they're able to do them because they're pushing 10 pounds of food every day for 15 years.
When I first started, I was on the forums, right? Like Intense Muscle and all those ones. And everybody would write out like eat 12 ounces of protein. So I was like, oh, I need to eat 12 ounces of protein. Well, I thought it was cooked weight, not uncooked weight. So I had a George Foreman. So whenever I cooked it, it fucking made it super fucking light, right? I ate a pound and a half of beef 4 times a day when I started. Raw. Like I would go through 2 of those 3-pound tubes. So 6 pounds every day. It was like nothing. I was like, oh, this is easy. Whatever.
Hey, those George Foreman days were
That's
great.
what I had, like basically a dorm room.
I would eat a piece of meat like that. I wouldn't even patty it out. I would just, take one of those 1-pound logs and just sit it on there.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Dude,
yeah.
But it would be so long that I would take 4 pieces of bread and I would like line them up like that, 2 by 2s.
Yeah.
Long sandwich.
Yeah, it's like my early years, man.
Yeah.
But I think that increased my food capacity a lot.
No, I think the secret is just never clean the George Foreman. You just let all the seasonings get on there just perfect.
I just cleaned the runoff tray. I never cleaned my George
Me either, dude. I was just like, man, that's extra seasoning in there somewhere.
I probably got some fucking bacterial infection, some overgrowth.
Yeah. All right. So
what do you think about my new chain, man?
Hey, that's fire, dude.
You guys that bitch blinging on the camera?
Hey, what inch is that? 22?
22.
Yeah.
19 meter.
Looks good.
Yeah. Alana got it.
19 millimeter?
Yeah. Alana got it for me for my birthday.
Heck yeah, dude. That's fresh.
I was like, damn. I get some of that ring money back.
Hey, you know what that means? It's time to put the do-rag on and start hitting some heaters. You got the real deal necklace now.
I got my buddy at the gym. He put me on a new like thing I need to get blacker.
Yeah.
A new like head cap. So I'm gonna go buy some.
Yeah.
And we're bringing it back.
Yeah. Well, now you got a little extra time, a little extra energy now. So
yeah. That was fun while it lasted, but I had to fire my fucking cameraman.
You did?
That's why. Yeah, he said fucking LeBron was the GOAT over Jordan. I was like, what?
Fired.
he's a better overall basketball player. I'm like, and he was we were in my house filming in my garage, and I'm like, get out. he's like, what? I'm like, you're fired. Get the fuck out of my house.
No.
That's why I stopped it, man. That's why I stopped it. I was like, I can't jive with you right now, man. Like, get out of here.
I don't even want to talk to you, dude.
He's like an 18-year-old kid. He wasn't even alive when Jordan played.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had to fire his ass. I was like, fucking get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
He's pretty he made some good content.
No, it was fresh.
Yeah. Yeah. I got standards.
I'm gonna update y'all real quick on the weight, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Hey, we can talk all night. It's been a while. Hey, we can talk about food and bodybuilding all day. We didn't even hit any questions, but
we can wrap it.
Yeah, I've got them. Let me see if anybody got any good ones. But I was 266.9 this morning. So
damn, you're the big one in the room.
Yeah, man. And like when I did my practice run like 10 days out from Nathan's, I was 250.
Yeah.
I weighed in at 250 on the scale right before I ate those hot dogs. And because I got on after, I gained like 13 and a half pounds, in 10 minutes. And yeah, that video is on Derek Lunsford's channel if any of y'all want to look at it. But yeah, so I got super depleted, and then, little extra food, little extra excuse to eat more. It's going to help me. I get to eat a lot. I love eating, so put on, about 15 pounds there. And then, you know, you want to get hooked up at this place and that place, and just touring the city, and you know what I mean? You gotta enjoy it. I've been in New York twice this month, you know what I'm saying? And but now things are kind of starting to get settled in. I'm settling around 265. I like looking 265. It's somewhat lean for me. Maybe eventually I can get that, that 265 look on me to around, 275 lean.
Yeah.
Derek keeps saying, when I'm struggling in some sets, he's like, come on, champ, 285 off season, 285. I'm like, dog, hey, 20 more pounds, huh?
Well, dude, man, think about it, man. No one's pushed you like this in training, and you could eat.
Oh,
so what fuels that training is that recovery is that eating. You're gonna finally like start growing, man.
Yeah, that's I think that's inevitable,
You used to have to limit yourself because the weight cap too, so you weren't like trying to get too. But now you're like,
that's what I told him. I was like, hey, if I wanted to go open, I've the past 4 years, I've got out of build as much muscle as possible mode.
Yeah.
Because I'm just kind of refining and kind of, not training my good stuff as much and trying to pull up my weaknesses, but still I need more weight to make my body look right, how it needs to be. You know what I'm saying?
I'm 100%.
I'm kind of on the edge right now. It's like, hey, do a show at the end of the year classic last time, or,
Nah, man, you got that Olympia point, man.
Yeah, go open.
Yeah, that's true. They don't give those out anymore. You know what I mean?
Look at the guys doing classic now, man.
Yeah, you gotta win. You gotta win too to get in now.
Yeah, like look at those guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, they're getting nasty, ain't they?
Yeah. Cartoonish, man. Like, where do you guys come from?
Hey, we had a question. What's your guys' all-time best and all-time worst cheat meal experience? I think I already covered mine, being that spicy burrito. Can y'all recall your worst time? Well, Nick, you said the spam.
Spam was pretty rough, but I think it was when I did like 270 Oreos or something like that. It was above 250. It was a lot of Oreos because I was trying to break the record. Or no. Well, that was the best cheat meal probably. But one time, 5 pounds of mustard. That's probably about the worst I felt because of food. That wasn't a cheat meal though. That was just a challenge. Don't do that.
5 pounds of mustard.
My worst one was my 30,000 calorie challenge because I got really bad GERD when I was sleeping. I thought I was having a fucking heart attack, man.
Oh, shit.
I was so fucking scared, dude. And I couldn't I had like it was like a week. My esophagus was fucked up from how bad the GERD. Yeah, like I was pretty fucked up from that, man. It kind of fucked me up.
Yeah,
it's what started I never had GERD till that.
Yeah, it's some type of stomach acid or something bubbled up on you.
Yeah, I was having a fucking heart attack, and I was laying. I was like, shit, I'm having a heart attack, and then I had like a panic attack on top of it.
Yeah,
like I didn't know what was going on, man.
Have you messed around with any apple cider vinegar? I know when I
do it every morning.
Heartburn, if I did that, it would kind of neutralize it.
Every morning, I do apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, and aloe vera.
Yeah,
before meal one.
Yeah. Hey, that's a nice little gut health stack right there.
And then I do a Betaine HCl too with like my meals.
Yeah.
So I don't have any heartburn issues. It's just I overloaded with chocolate, man, on my 30,000 calorie challenge, and the chocolate is what I think. Because if I do like a cheat meal with too much chocolate now, I'll get a little bit. and it's from the
that's
acidity.
that's when you pull out the Ben and Jerry's, kind of soothe it. You know what I mean? Soothe
Yeah,
that down, dog.
yeah. No, seriously.
I know.
You know what I've actually been kind of having little treats on post show is the sorbet, man.
Oh yeah.
I get the mango sorbet. It's like the Italian and the raspberry one. It's like the gelato. They make the gelato brand. You know what I'm
Plenty.
talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're at the clear container.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good, dude. Like, I feel so much cleaner than eating ice cream too, but it like satisfies my cold ice cream.
I like the Talenti with the different layers in it, man. I feel like that's a real treat.
Yeah, well, there's a Talenti sorbet one with different layers.
Mm.
Shit's fire, dude.
Yeah, something about them layers gets me.
Yeah.
All right, so
And then my best one,
yeah.
probably when I was like 21, I did this one pizza challenge called the Bellissimo Beast. And it's a 30-inch pizza that weighs like 12 pounds. And I'm the only person in the world that's ever done it. First and only.
Where's it at?
Williamsburg, Virginia.
Oh.
For that one, I got free pizza for an entire year.
How much was it?
12 pounds.
That's a hog.
And I was the first one that ever did it.
Hey, dude, I don't think you can do that anymore with that hernia being tied so tight. I don't know if you can do it.
I noticed that I can't eat as much. I kind of can feel it.
That's good. I reckon.
Yeah.
That's
why. That's actually why. Like, you're like, oh, how about the post-show cheats? I started feeling a little bit on the day after. I was like, my upper like stomach was like really wasn't expanding and it was kind of hurting because I was like, because Alana drove the whole way, so I was like snacking on the way home, like and shit like that, and like from the water rebound, you kind of get a little bloated, and I was like, I can't eat as much as I used to, man. Like, I don't know, I felt bad, and I was just like,
hey, anybody that can do a 12-pound pizza challenge could be a good eater.
Yeah.
I mean, that especially you not training, not.
All I did is I fasted. I remember I fasted. I didn't eat anything that morning. And then we did it like around like lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you just went in there famished, dog. You was just like, you just begging for a meal.
That's when I was doing strongman, dude. And I was just training with I fucking burned so many calories, dude.
Yeah.
I could eat it whatever I wanted back then, man.
Hey, well, let's wrap it up here. I appreciate y'all hopping on tonight, and hopefully we can catch a little rhythm here. Yeah. Thank the Lord for my first ever office. Look, I just put these little foam pads up today. We in here on them acoustics, dog.
It looks good. I like it.
Hey, thank you, brother. Yeah, shout out to my boy Jay is winning.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's so nasty.
You got your shed or your garage painted dope too, that mural.
Yeah, man. I'm just out here vibing, dude. Just picking up mangoes in the backyard, just walking around. Hey, getting good sun. Hey, that sun just penetrates you down here. It feels so good, man.
Y'all better be ready for me because I'm coming down to Tampa when I retire.
There you go, man.
Hey, come on.
That's where I'm headed. I loved it. I was down there for 2 weeks, 2020. I loved it, man. Little Cuba, Little Havana, where the fuck? What's that place called? What's the Cuban place called? It's that area town. They call it something special.
What, Ybor City?
Ybor City. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I had the Cuban sandwiches there, man.
Oh yeah, I've had a cigar over there before.
I had it. Yeah, so good, man.
Yeah. Come down like time, brother. Yeah. Hey, come hop on the table with me and Nick. Hey, push us a little bit.
Yeah, I'll gladly take 30 of you guys. I don't know. I might try training for that pumpkin pie contest.
Hey, dude. Hey, listen.
I'll try to get half of what you guys get.
Hey,
I got half of what you got. I think Nick might have doubled.
No, you did good. Like I think
I got like 7 pounds or 8 pounds or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Joey doubled me. I think he got 16, didn't he?
Yeah, I think you got 16.
Yeah, I got like 8.5 or I think I did like 4 of them.
Yeah, I think I did like 10 3/4. You did
like 8.5 or something like that.
And Nick, what'd you get?
I think it was around like 12.5 because Mickey beat me by like a slice or two or something like that.
Yeah.
Just like, let me just rub that face.
Yeah. Well, good deal, boys. Well, once again, appreciate it. We'll hop on soon. Boys and girls, if y'all want this pretty frequently, hey, show some love down below. Let's get a little front dub for the thumbnail. It's a guy. Angles, baby. All right, guys. We'll catch y'all.
All right,
All right, man. Have a good one.